Hello everyone, welcome to another episode in my series where we look at membership systems as they pertain to the management of organizations that look after children's data. Today we're going to look at the very core of security within a membership system, and that core revolves around a thing called database schema. We're going to look at its importance in the security of your membership systems. Security. I'll visit that word many times in this video. Now, a database schema is like a blueprint or a structure of a database. It defines how data is organized, including tables, columns, relationships, constraints, and other vital elements. It's akin to a blueprint for a design of a plane or an airline, or it's the design of a skyscraper. It makes sure everything's working and everyone is safe. So why do these blueprints matter so much for membership systems? Why are they actually the very core of systems? Why? It's because they are the very things that manage sensitive data, usernames, passwords, email addresses, relationships with families, where they're living, anything pertaining to what is very much private with an individual. And it requires more security if that individual is a child. Now, before dividing into this security importance, I want to touch on another crucial point, and that is database schemas are about collecting the business logic behind your association. The business rules of your association are captured in your software via this tool. Now, misalignment of business goals without an understanding of business, and your schema may not capture the essential data, or it might overcomplicate the most simple processes, and it'll lead to inefficiencies. Things are missed. People don't have the training data. People are not brought in as members on time, and their membership systems are, or their member appointments are thrown into disarray. It's not only security, it's the efficiency of your organization. They're the things that are captured. Now, if you're not in tune with business logic, or your schema doesn't capture the business logic and rules, you might miss out on incorporating features that might be crucial for your association's growth or member experience. Things that are very important to your various management committees are looking to keep your organization sustainable, growing, and strong. Now, without a well-aligned schema, vulnerabilities start to appear and start to creep in. If it doesn't capture it, that schema doesn't capture the unique nuances of the membership model that's out there in the field, and that's developed over many years. It works there, it should work in your software. Okay, now back to the security importance of a database schema. Database integrity. A robust schema ensures your data is accurate and consistent. Take, for instance, emails. By ensuring they're unique, we prevent potential security issues and conflicts. That's a simple example. There's something you may have heard of before, particularly when you see an attack, when there's been a data breach and a bad actor's gotten into a particular membership system and made wide on the news. They're called SQL injections, and it's one of the most common ways attackers exploit databases is through SQL injection attacks. In a solid schema, one that's been built over years and carefully done, combines the best coding practice, usually guard against that. A hastily constructed schema without knowledge cannot. The other thing that a schema does, it has access controls. Who cannot access certain data. That can be incredibly complex within an organization. but it's necessary to follow through and do it properly to enhance security measures. Now, what if a bad actor was to get inside your database, and it happens? Does your schema, or is your schema designed in such a way that the encrypted data can't be de-encrypted? That once they get in, they can't access information that compromises, that lead to the, let's say, the disreputation of your company, what's worse, the reveal of private information about your members. Now, to manage this really well, to manage these database schemas really well, it's very important that in that schema there's a facility for logging. So you can log who's logged on, who's logged off, when they logged on, when they logged off. That whole idea of who's been trying to get in the door. Now, for those who are building a membership system for the first time, you've got to start by understanding that there's a technical and there's a business side to the equation. It's not just software. It's the way in which the software links in with the day-to-day practices of your business, the rules of your business. And for some, those rules are developed over 100 years. Scout's is an example of that. When it comes over to the system in a schema, it must make sure that that captured business logic and business rules is ultimately, number one, secure. Now, in closing, remember that security is a continuous journey, and that schemas are something that constantly changes. It's constantly being brought up to date. It has a huge and long DNA. They are not simple to make. They are complex and require an enormous amount of intellectual input. But it's worth it in the end because you're protecting children's data. Make sure you invest in a fantastic, well-designed database schema, the back end of your front-end system that allows your organization to be efficient, to be secure, captures the essence of what your organization is. So make sure on your team you have people who really understand the way your business works, that your members get what they expect, that when you take their precious data and it goes into your system, not only will they have efficiency, but they know that their data is really secure. Really secure. Anyway, if you want to know more about this, if you want to know more about database systems, database schemas, entity relationship diagrams, the way in which these things are constructed, feel free to contact me. Quite happy to talk about it. Why? Because a chat might protect a database that has children's data on it and therefore protect the child. And on that note, I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.